Jews own the Hollywood.
I denounce anti-Semitism in all its forms. And I stand with my friends in the Jewish community. And that, Kanye, is how you buy yourself some time. I've been in Hollywood. This was just what I saw. It's a lot of Jews. Like a lot. Hollywood, and your mind might start connecting some kind of lines, and you could maybe adopt the delusion that the Jews run show business. It's not a crazy thing to think.
Last week on Larry King Live, Marlon Brando made the shocking statement that Hollywood is, quote, run by Jews.
The Christian persecution of the Jews that began under the Holy Roman Empire for the crucifixion of the Christ and effectively ending with the Holocaust laid the foundation of an insecure community that went on to conquer the developed world with its bankers, film producers, and investors. For centuries in Europe and America, Jews were shut out of most avenues to wealth. Until the 1800s, they were forbidden from owning land in most of Europe and barred from most guilds, industries, and professions. As a result, European Jews who were seeking upward mobility turned to urban cosmopolitan occupations like trade, money lending, which was often forbidden to Christians, and when they could, to emerging professions like law. Hence you see Jews founding investment banks such as Rothschild Group, which owned 5 banks in 5 European cities, and once even bailed out the governments. And in the US, Goldman Sachs, Lehman Brothers, Solomon Brothers, and many more. Paul Warburg, a Jewish banker with Kuhn, Loeb and Company, helped bring a modern central banking system to America. He heavily influenced and encouraged the design of the present-day Federal Reserve. The European way of Jewish rise continued in the US, with more opportunity for entrepreneurship. The elite white shoe law firm all banned Jews, so Jews started their own, often with a non-Jewish partner as the first name on the door. Elite hospitals refused to hire Jewish doctors, so Jews started their own hospitals, often with Jewish resonant names like Mount Sinai or Beth Israel. The elite theaters refused to employ Jews, so Jews came to dominate vaudeville. And eventually the nascent film industry, which like vaudeville was seen as too vulgar, too working class, too lowbrow for good Christians to be involved with. So in the US state of California of the 1920s and 1930s, these first generation immigrants from Eastern Europe built their own power structures, their own studios, even their own country clubs when they were shut out of the existing ones. Every major movie studio was founded in the early 20th century by a group of first generation secular Jews who immigrated to the US from Eastern Europe. Universal, Paramount, Fox, MGM, Warner Brothers were all Jewish silver screen pioneers, laying the groundwork for the size and scale of the industry to follow. Catholic morality groups blamed the Jews for sneaking sex, violence, and moral depravity in the movies. Historian Neil Gabler, in his landmark 1988 book, notes that the movie business, which evolved out of other professions like vaudeville and the garment industry, where Jews had already found a toehold, lacked the impediments imposed by loftier professions and more firmly entrenched businesses to keep Jews and other undesirables out. And those once discarded industries by Christians in the US came to be dominated by the Jews. But is there anything wrong in one religious or racial group dominating an industry? Blacks owns the rap music industry, the Indian Patels dominate the motel industry, and the Christian whites own the oil and agriculture in the South.